Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode of the ongoing adventures of 343 Bravo Whiskey. We are in Boca Raton. We landed here yesterday. It is, 4:55 p.m. local time, and we're going to do a full flight video today. We're going to fly to Sarasota, 144 nautical miles. And we expect a quick flight, so let's get up on the flight deck and get started. What do you say? We are parked in space 92, which I made note of when we landed yesterday, that's where we wanted to start our next episode from, and we did in fact do just that. All right, let's get going. Battery left, right, generators on, okay. APU, and we'll start our APU over here. Go ahead and calibrate our altimeter, 3003. Wind option 2. Nav source, FMS.
Departure frequency is 125.2.
You say 8,000 feet? Yeah. Okay, so we'll set that. 8,000 feet. When I move this number over here.
Bravo Whiskey cleared to Sarasota Airport is filed. Takeoff runway 5 climb and maintain 8,000 feet.
Winds are out northeast.
125.2 squawk 1301.
And let's get our engine started.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.8.
Okay, right engine's coming up.
Boca Raton ground Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey requesting pushback.
Okay, right engine's coming up. I hear it. Let's get our recognition lights on.
Cessna November 3
Anti-collision lights.
Bravo Whiskey, pushback request accepted.
Make sure that it breaks off so we can get pushed back. Yes, it is. Wait for that right engine to finish spooling up, and we'll switch over to the left. Should get our pitot heat on. Here it is. One notch of flaps. Right engine's coming up. Yeah, this is where we parked yesterday. Okay. Monitor this percentage right here to know when our right engine is fully started. And it's good to go. Now we'll switch over to the left. Left engine now coming up, and we're getting pushed back nicely. Go and enter our ILS frequency for Sarasota. We're landing at ILS runway 32. That ILS frequency is 109.7. 109.7 for that. And there's a VOR at Sarasota, which is 117.0. Okay, so we've entered our radio frequencies, relevant radio frequencies that we need in the sim. Set our minimums, 227 feet. Okay. Well, we're looking really good right now. Okay, both engines are, well, almost. The left engine's 56, 57%, 59, and now leveling off at 60.1, 60.2. That's what we want. So we'll turn off our APU, don't need that anymore. Both engines are started. So bearing 1 to GPS, bearing 2 to nav. What did I do for the ILS frequency? It was on nav 1, so we'll set bearing 2 to nav 1. Okay. All right, we've got our taxi clearance now, so let's turn on our taxi lights and let's go. Try to do that as expeditiously as possible, but you don't want to forget stuff either, so. I really do wonder about some incongruity that I'm seeing. The winds and the setup page said that they were out of the northeast at 4 knots. Now I'm in sim here, and it looks to me like the winds are at 15 knots. I don't know where they're coming up with 4 knots. Higher wind takeoffs are always more interesting, that's for sure. Okay, well, we're real close to runway 05. At the very least, we're parallel to runway 05 right now, and you can see the wind is coming from our right, from the northwest, which is good because that at least means while we're going to have to take off with a crosswind, at least... What the hell is going on with this? What the... What is that? That's a little graphical glitch, obviously. Anyway, at the very least it's not a tailwind. I really eschew takeoff tailwinds, or tailwind takeoffs. I don't know why we're going all the way to the offset threshold, but why not? They want us to, so it works for me. Okay, let's get up in the air. Let's get to Sarasota. Never been there, never landed there. But today we're going to be landing, God willing, at runway 32, which is 9,500 feet long, which makes me happy. Get our clearance.
Boca Raton Tower says the November 343 Bravo Whiskey at runway 5 ready for takeoff. I airport to Sarasota.
Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey cleared for takeoff runway 5.
Okay, we're clear for takeoff. Let's get our lights on.
Cleared for takeoff runway 5 Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey.
Let's go.
Approaching runway 05. Entered runway
Should be an interesting
05,
takeoff with
6,200 feet
pretty
ahead.
strong winds, 15 knots. Might be getting bounced around, just heads up. Nice long offset threshold. Offset threshold being this portion of the runway that's not for landing, but it's okay for takeoffs with the arrows on it instead of the traditional lines you'd see. Okay. We're going to sync our heading bug. Good. Start our timer. Timer is started. Here we go. Winds are coming at us like this. 15 knots. So we're going to get blown around here on this takeoff, I predict. But there are worse fates. Alright, here we go. There's that wind. I'm already feeling it. Pulling us left like a weather vane. Airspeed's alive. 90 knots. Holy shit. 120. And rotate. Stall. There's no stall. Silly. Autopilot. Autopilot engaged. Auto throttle.
3 Bravo Whiskey contact Palm Beach departure on 125.2.
Started making our left turn.
125.2 Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
Activate the FLC. Increase our climb.
Palm Beach departure Cessna
220.
November 343 Bravo Whiskey is climbing through 1,500 feet for 8,000 feet. Cessna November 343
Check those
Bravo
flaps,
Whiskey,
bring
Palm
those
Beach
in. See these right here?
departure continuous climb. Altimeter 30
There they go.
003.
Beautiful. Yeah, I don't know what that silly stall warning was. That we were nowhere near close to a stall. We rotated at 140 knots. Oh, that's pretty. We rotated at 140 knots with a 15-knot headwind.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey contact Miami Center on
That is not a stall
132.15.
situation. Continue our left turn.
Generic 500, please expedite your climb to 4,900 feet.
At 260.
Going to 132.15 Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
Just want to get further climb instructions, okay?
Miami Center Cessna November 343
Coming up on
Bravo
7,000,
Whiskey is
cleared to
climbing
8,000.
6,700 feet for 8,000 feet.
Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey Miami Center. Continue as planned. Altimeter 0.03.
003, that's still correct. Come on, give me my climb instructions.
Cessna 3 Bravo
Thank you.
Whiskey contact Palm Beach departure
Ah.
on 125.2.
25.2, so it's a 3 whiskey. Good day.
5.2 Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
All Beach departure.
Long Beach
Cessna 3
departure,
Bravo
Cessna
Whiskey at
November
7,800 for
3 Bravo
8,000.
Whiskey is at 7,800 feet, climbing 8,000 feet.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey Palm Beach departure continue as planned. Altimeter 30.03.
Oh, you're killing me. Please give me climb instructions.
Cessna 3 Bravo
Thank you.
Whiskey climb and maintain flight level 200.
Up to 200. Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
Climb and maintain flight level 200 Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
All right. Yeah, our cruising altitude today is 2,000 feet. Let's activate nav. Oops. Got to turn right to get back on that line. I waited a little too long to activate it, but you can see we're turning now to intercept it.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey contact Miami Center on 132.15.
8,700, climbing 200.
132.15 Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey. Miami Center, Cessna November.
It's funny when they talk at the same time.
Climbing through 9,200 feet for flight level 20.
There's the whole eastern coast of Florida, all the way to the horizon. Okay, we're above 10,000. We'll set our speed at 320.
Miami Center, flex jet tree. 81 is climbing through 7,900 feet for 9,000 feet.
Go outside for a sec.
Flex jet tree. 81 Miami
Boy, it's
Center,
such a beautiful
continue as
airplane.
planned. Altimeter 30.03.
There I am. Look at that beauty. We get there in no time. Yes, flying over, I don't know what this is. I mean, it's called, according to ForeFlight, it's called a WCA, a Water Conservation Area Number 1. I guess that's just is what it sounds like, a water conservation area. I just wonder what that entails. What is a water conservation area specifically? Let's get those landing lights off. Passing through 16,500. Already getting the ATIS from Betty. Automated Terminal Information Service information for KSRQ, Kilo Sierra Romeo, Quebec, which is where we're landing. The airport, Sarasota. 3245, Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey. Good day.
132.45 for Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
Miami Center, this is Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey with you at
Miami Center,
18,900 for
Cessna
200.
November 3 Bravo Whiskey is at flight level 190, climbing flight level 200.
Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey, Miami Center, continue as planned.
They'll wait to give us final clearance to flight level 210 until this gets to like 19.8. I swear to God, it's very irritating.
Climbing through transition altitude.
Sync our altimeter. Standby altimeter. Come on.
Cessna 3 Bravo
There it
Whiskey
is.
climb and maintain flight level 220.
220. That's our cruising altitude.
Climb and maintain flight level 220 Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
Zoom out on our MFD here. Range on it's 35 miles. It's fine. Zipping right along. Got a little wind, as you can see here. 47 knots. Right at us. Outside air temperature is minus 15. ISA is minus 27. True airspeed's 420 knots. Ground speed's 372 knots. Knots indicated 315. Set at 320. About to level out. We're at 21.6 right now, going all the way to 22,000. Get up to our cruising altitude in 7 minutes, 40 seconds. That ain't half bad. Okay, here we are at cruise. Airspeed looks good. Flying over Central Florida right now. Lake Okeechobee, I think, will be off the right. There it is.
Climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect vectors. Visual runway 5 approach.
That's it. I'm gonna fly just, if I looked at my maps correctly, we're flying just south of Lake Okeechobee. Let's see. Yeah,
Climb and maintain 10,000
there it is.
feet.
Enormous.
Visual runway 5 approach. Generic diner Bonner Tango.
Give you an idea of very straightforward approach today. Straight in. Take a look. There it is. I mean, it's... Oh, wait a minute. What the hell is this? I don't know why. What is this teardrop here for? Interesting. What is that all about? They want us to fly in this way, then turn left and do this teardrop. I don't know if I might ignore them. That's very interesting. I did look at the approach plate and it did have kind of a weird setup. But hey, it's a sim. What are you gonna do? Start our descent. Presumably, let's see, we're at 22,000 feet. Ordinarily, you'd expect to begin a descent from 22,000 feet at 73 miles out. We'll see if ATC cooperates today or not. But we're 103 miles out right now, so in theory, 30 miles from beginning our descent. And we might, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to fly to Ringy and turn left and refly the same thing. That's just, I'm not going to do that. So, in terms of the approach plate, which is very, very brief. I mean, there's not much on it in terms of waypoints or information. At Ringy, we want to be at 1,800 feet. Ringy is 5.4 nautical miles from Sarasota. So those numbers add up. They are consistent. In other words, you'd expect to be at 1,800 feet. Or you could expect to be at 1,800 feet when you're 5.4 miles out. Again, using the normal logic, 3,000 feet at 10 miles out, 1,500 feet at 5 miles out. They want us at 1,800 feet at 5.4 miles out. Makes sense to me. Perfect weather down here. I've never been to Florida, and I would like to. I would like to go to Florida someday. Seems like a nice place. All right, it's well, 57 degrees in Sarasota. I got to admit, it's nicer here. It's 64 degrees in my backyard here in Southern California. Sunset is at 6:13. Winds are out of the north-northwest at 11 miles an hour, so hopefully that's how the winds are in the sim. We're landing at runway 32, so north-northwest, runway 32. That's perfect. I could really use a break when it comes to challenging landings in high tailwinds or crosswinds. It's very challenging. I mean, I enjoy the challenge, but every once in a while it'd be kind of nice just to have a nice, smooth, straight-in approach. 87 miles out right now. Again, expecting, what did I say, 73, right? 73 miles? Yes, 73 miles. That's when I would expect to be told to begin our descent. Let's see if it happens. I hope it does. But if it doesn't, I won't hesitate for a second
Jet 584, you are 781.
to bail out on ATC.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet.
And there's the west coast of Florida.
Approach by Gullo transition. Clear to Gullo.
Pretty neat.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 10 left approach via Gullo transition. Clear to Gullo. Flex Jet 584.
FlexJet 584. And we're showing another airplane on our radar. Going about the same speed as we. Let's see if we can find him. No? I don't see anybody. Is he under us? No? Oh, look, see? There he is. Let's look out the window and check him out. See if we can spot him. Oh, he's under the wing. What about the passenger view? Nope. I can only see him by cheating. He's moving away from us now.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey descend and maintain 12,000 feet.
There it is. And it's 74 miles, no less. Right on the money.
Descend and maintain 12,000 feet, Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
Okay, down to 12,000. Let's go. Not a lot of maneuvering room on this, so we'll descend at 1,800 feet per minute. We'll start slowing.
Descend and maintain 2,500 feet. Expect ILS runway 10 left approach via Holland transition. Clear to Holland.
Where is this guy?
Generic 0 Juliet, Mike, contact Miami Center on 127.2.
I lost him. You'd think you'd be able to spot his anti-collision lights relative ease. He's right off our, right about 4 o'clock. I'm really curious where that... Oh, there he is. Yeah, okay. Anyway, he's not going where we're going. That was my main concern. Okay, 65 miles out. At 60 miles, we want to be at 18,000. Let's continue slowing. Increase our descent rate 2,000 feet per minute.
Miami Center on 134.55.
Very short flight.
Going to 134.55 American 150 tree.
Okay, 62 miles out and 18,600 feet. That's fine. Just what we want. Let's see if we have any VOR information yet. We do.
Bravo Whiskey, you are 60 miles southeast.
60.
Descend and maintain 1,800 feet. Expect ILS runway tree to approach by Ringy transition.
There's ringing.
Clear to Ringy.
And 1,800 feet. Which is exactly what I said.
Descend and maintain 1,800 feet. Expect ILS runway tree to approach by Ringy transition. Clear to Ringy Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
Okay, so we set our altitude selector right here. Down to 1,800, which is right there. Betty says the nearest altimeter is 3008. Let's see. 3011, fine, within 300ths of an inch.
November 940 Juliet, Mike Miami Center, continue as planned.
56 miles out, 17,000 feet. Perfect. All by the numbers right now. Set our heading bug at the approach course of 319. Okay. We are getting on VOR information. SRQ Sierra Romeo, Quebec, 54.4 nautical miles from the airport. That's consistent with my ForeFlight app.
Generic 0 Juliet, Mike, you are 76 miles southeast.
Too far to have ILS information, but we're all right. We'll get it soon enough.
Runway 1 right approach.
53 miles now and 15,700 feet. We are perfect. Continue slowing. Everybody knows the speed limit below 10,000. Got to be below, at or below 250, which we will be. I'd rather gradually slow down than have to deploy speed brakes and slow down suddenly. Again, there's no flexibility on this approach. It's straight in. There's no turns. There's no anything. It's just straight in. So that's fine and a nice time saver. But it also means that we have to have everything ready to go with no delay. 14,200 now and 48 nautical miles. At 40, we want to be at 12. Remember, keeping in mind the airport's elevation is 30 feet, basically at sea level. I suppose that's what you'd expect in Florida. I don't even know what the highest point in Florida is. I'll have to check that. But it never struck me as a particularly mountainous state, that's for sure. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
Generic 0 Juliet, Mike, contact Miami Center on 134.55.
That's Punta Gorda. Punta Gorda. And Port Charlotte. There's a bridge there you can't see, but it's there in real life. I love the way the sunlight reflects off the water. It's beautiful. Continue slowing. 12,000 feet and 43 miles, so we can shallow out our descent rate slightly, 1,800 feet.
Echo 5, contact Miami Center on 134.55.
Descending at 1,800 feet per minute. That's great.
Going to 134.55, generic Golf, Echo 5.
Oh, it's dynamite. A screenshot there. Cool. $39 miles, 10,900 feet. Shallow out even more. Continue slowing. I sense speed brakes in our future. Here, I'll tell you what we'll do. Disconnect the auto throttle. Now we'll set 250. There we go. Actually, we'll take advantage of the fact that we're not going to have to worry about the landing gear alarm. We'll set 210. And we'll use our speed brakes. I need them right now, as I expected. Kind of thought this might happen. We're good, we're good. We're 36 nautical miles, we're 9,800 feet. Shallow out our descent rate even more, 1,200 feet per minute. Re-engage the auto throttle. There we go. Nice and smooth. There's this goofy approach they're gonna... I don't think we're gonna have to worry about it because I'm gonna engage the approach mode before it starts trying to fly some goofy, weird teardrop approach. 34 miles and 9,100 feet. It's fine. Airspeed's 207 and set at 200.
Miami Center, generic November 15 Juliet.
Showing 33 nautical miles from SRQ VOR, so let's go ahead and try to see if we have any
Generic November 15 Juliet, uniform Miami Center, continue.
ILS data.
Altimeter tree
No
0,
data.
11.
Not entirely surprising. I would expect it, though, to start coming in maybe 25 miles out. We'll keep an eye on this. Outside air temperature is 4 degrees. Winds are 14 knots coming at us. 31 miles and 8,200 feet. We can shallow out even more. Descend at a very comfortable 700 feet per minute.
Miami Center, generic November 88 November Tango is at flight level 230.
Continue slowing.
10,000 feet.
Got 11 minutes. 30 miles on the button left on this route. 7,900 feet. Beautiful. What perfect weather. My goodness. Clear as a bell. I think that's what they would say in I know they use that term in other circles too, military circles as well. CAVU. Ceiling and visibility unlimited. It's a good flying weather, that's for sure. 28 miles out, putting us on the ground in about 10 minutes now. At 20 miles, we want to be at 6,000 feet. It's looking like it won't be a problem. Might as well get those landing lights on. Almost ready to depressurize. We'll get below 5,000, just comfort of the passenger. Yeah, this is the only thing weird about this. See this, how it does this? See what I mean? It wants us to do this. We're flying along here, right? We get to Ringy, turn left, and then do it again. It's just, I don't know. That's buggy. That doesn't make any sense. There's no reason why you would do that. So, we're not going to. Increase our descent rate slightly to 900 feet per minute. Lots of tinkering you got to do with this, isn't there? We do have ILS data now. Remember I told you we're going to go back and check the NAV1. ISRQ. India, Sierra, Romeo, Quebec. That's the ILS identifier for that frequency, and it is being received by the aircraft at this time.
Bravo Whiskey, contact Miami Center on 132.35.
3235, so it's a 3 Bravo Whiskey.
Going to 132.35 Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey. Miami Center, Cessna November
22 miles out,
3 Bravo Whiskey,
6,300 feet.
6,400 feet for 1,800 feet.
It's about as perfect as you could expect in terms of where you should be altitude-wise.
43 Bravo Whiskey, Miami Center. Continue to Ringy as planned. Altimeter tree, 0.09er.
3009er. We're at 3011, so we'll adjust that slightly.
Bravo Whiskey, contact Tampa approach on 119er, decimal 65.
1965, Cessna 3 Whiskey. Good.
119er decimal 65 for Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
Continue slowing.
Tampa approach Cessna November 3
20 miles on the button, and we're at 5,700 feet. We are receiving glide slope information. Now coming in, we're just underneath it. This is about as perfect as you could hope to be as it relates to where you want to be in terms of interception of the localizer and then getting on the glide slope. It's much more challenging to chase the glide slope down and get on it than to intercept it from beneath and then get on it. I hope that makes sense.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
5,100 feet, 18 miles, that's fine. Don't really have to guess anymore about our altitude because this is telling us where we want to be. And where we are is perfect. There's the West Coast. Beautiful. Wow. That's beautiful. Still maintaining our position nicely on our glide slope and intercepting it. Flaps, 1 notch. Shallow out slightly. I am just about ready to turn APPR. Zoom in on our MFD. And we are 59 seconds from Ringy. So we are good to go in terms of activating our approach. Switch this over to NAV1. Doing a gentle left turn to kind of get us in line. There it is, now depicted on our CDI, that green line, depicting where we need to be, which is to the left. This will start to drift to the right. You see what it's doing? See how it's moving? Use these white dots as points of reference to assist you in perceiving its movement and by how much it's moving. Winds are coming right at us, 6 knots. That's perfect. Go ahead and hit APPR now. Shallow outer descent rate slightly. Just to encourage the interception of the glide slope. By descending less steeply, it will bring us to the glide slope faster. You see how this green diamond is moving down? As this green diamond gets to the midpoint between this white dot and that white dot, this white GS will turn green, and that's when we're officially on the glide slope. But we have intercepted the localizer. 11 miles out now.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey, please expedite your descent to 1,800 feet.
Yeah, see, it's just very strange that they do that. It's very buggy. That's buggy. Because we don't need to be expediting
Tampa
anything.
approach Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey. Cancel IFR at this time.
What?
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated.
What happened?
Squawk 1200.
Why? I've never seen it do that before, ever. By the way,
Frequency change approved.
we just grabbed the glide slope. I've never heard that happen before, ever. Well, let's get
Tampa
landing
approach
clearance.
Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey is type Cessna C 700
I don't know what they sit through all this shit.
Foxtrot Lima 6 2,900 feet.
I've never heard it do that. I don't know if it's just because we weren't
To transition Charlie Airspace.
descending fast enough and it just kicked us
Cessna
off.
November 343 Bravo Whiskey Tampa approach. Squawk 6237.
6237.
Squawk 6237 Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
Okay, now, nearest airport list.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey radar contact 5 miles northwest of 2 Foxtrot Lima 6.
We're
2,400
perfect
feet.
where we want to be.
Cleared through
Exactly
Charlie airspace.
where we want to be. Let's go ahead and put our gear down.
Cleared through the Charlie
Another
airspace,
notch of
Cessna
flaps.
3 Bravo Whiskey.
There's the airport.
Sarasota Tower Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey is 8 miles southeast with India to land.
Cessna November 343 Bravo
That's
Whiskey,
interesting.
Sarasota Tower. Make left traffic runway 14. Altimeter 30.07, wind tree 45 at 17.
Runway 14.
Make left traffic runway 14 Cessna 3 Bravo
Oh
Whiskey.
boy, they're making this complicated. Runway 14. Can I select another runway for landing? Runway 14. Shit. Why would you have land me on runway 14 when the winds are coming from the north? All right. Well, this has turned out to be more of an adventure than I was expecting. Let's go ahead and switch back to altitude. Let's just hold at 1500, okay? And we're going to sync our heading bug. Runway 14, huh? You guys are not making this easy. They want us to land in the opposite direction. So they want us to make left traffic. So we're gonna, that means we want the airport on the left side of us as we fly our downwind, so that's fine. This has turned into way more of an adventure than I was expecting, friends. We're just gonna hold at 1500. I'm gonna bring our gear in though, we don't need that down. Gears up, back up. We're back at 1 notch of flaps. You see what we're doing here? I'm gonna fly this way and then turn around and land by hand. Although I probably don't have to land by hand because I do have ILS, so we'll probably actually just do that. There's the airport that we were planning on landing on. But oh well, best laid plans of mice and men, right? Okay, so we're flying left traffic right now, okay? Very strange. Very strange. Now remember, the approach course for runway 32 is 319. So that means the approach course for runway 14 is 139. Okay, so we'll turn back to 319 right now. That'll put us again flying a downwind, left traffic downwind. You see what I mean by that? We're no longer flying away necessarily from the airport. We're flying parallel to it. There's somebody else on final. So it appears as though the active runway is runway 14. There he is. Well, this is interesting. I was not expecting any of this. So that makes it fun, right?
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey cleared to land runway 14. Follow the generic on short final. Wind 345 at 17.
34517, and they want me to land on 14.
Clear to
Oh,
land
God.
runway 14 Cessna
Why
3
wouldn't you have me
Bravo
land on
Whiskey.
runway 32 if the winds are 345? Oh, shit. Okay.
FlexJet 43 for turn next taxiway.
Okay, he's on the ground, that guy. That's what that means, turn next taxiway. So we'll put our gear down again. We'll make our left turn.
Sarasota Tower, generic Golf Alpha Juliet 880 at runway 14 ready for takeoff IFR to Palm Beach. Generic Golf Alpha Juliet 880, hold short runway 14. Traffic is Cessna C700 on final.
That would be me. Keep going that left turn.
Hold short runway 14 generic 880.
We want 139, which if we can intercept it at a 30-degree angle, that'd be good, but let's see if we get any IL. Can we get any ILS love? No, we're not. Okay, autopilot.
Autopilot.
And auto throttle.
Sarasota
Full
Tower,
flaps.
generic November 702 Charlie.
It's gonna be a steep one, you guys, all right? Hold on.
Runway 14 approach. Generic November 702 Charlie Whiskey Sarasota Tower. Cleared ILS runway 14 approach. Altimeter tree 0.07, wind tree 4.
Old school, buddy.
1 mile final runway 14.
Cleared ILS runway 14 approach generic 2 Charlie Whiskey.
With an 8-knot tailwind. Jesus, come on, guys. Shit. I cannot escape tailwinds no matter what I want. I can't seem to get away from tailwinds. Well, this presented a host of interesting technical challenges. That tailwind's already fucking with me. I can feel it. Oh, that was not so bad. Oh, that was great. That was actually just fine. Flex it right. I think that's our exit.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey turn next taxiway.
Or not.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey contact ground on 121.9er. Generic
Okay.
Golf Alpha Juliet 880 cleared for takeoff runway
Contact
14.
ground.
121.9
Parking.
Cessna 3 Bravo
Let's go
Whiskey.
outside. Bring in those spoilers. Bring in those flaps. Where's my arrows? Oh, there they are. Okay. That was great. I don't know if I ever did depressurize. I don't think so. Okay. That was way, way, way more of a surprise than I was expecting. I did not expect the AI to cancel my IFR clearance, and I did not expect the tower to route me to a runway in the opposite direction of what I was planning on that also happened to have the benefit of a tailwind. Thanks, guys. But we made it work. And actually, I think the landing was half bad. It's actually kind of fun. That direction to fly left traffic is interesting. So, a little more of an adventure on this full flight video than I was expecting, but I ain't complaining. Make our right turn, and there's our parking spot. Love the shadow of the plane. Welcome to Sarasota, local time, 5:39 p.m. It looks like we're Oh, okay. We don't have a box today. I don't know if we're going to have any flashlight help either. Nope. I don't think so. Nope, no flashlight help. All right. If you insist. There we go. All right. Parking brake. Go outside. Well, actually, we'll kill one engine first. Now we'll go outside. And we'll stop our timer, too. What am I thinking? Stop. 38 minutes since our takeoff roll. Okay. There it is. Parked pretty nice. I'll take that parking spot. Or that parking job. Works for me. I hear an engine. All right. Okay, but my friends, that's going to do it for today's flight. Nice hour-long episode of our flight from Boca Raton to Sarasota, Florida. Welcome. We'll see where we head next. Time will tell. Drop to the logbook screen. There it is. Total time of flight, 34 minutes, 33 seconds. KBCT, KSRQ. Thanks for joining us.